Hi, I'm Heather Horton, Director of the Wellness Resource Center. One of the things that I've really been thinking about in the last few days is that as human beings, we're really invested in the idea, or I often say the illusion of control. And so when we're confronted with situations like the coronavirus pandemic, which have so much uncertainty to them, it's only natural that we feel some anxiety. What we want to avoid is having that anxiety interfere with our lives and our well-being. Luckily, we know a lot about how to manage anxiety and build resiliency so that we can move through these kinds of challenges in healthy ways. So I have a few pieces of advice for you. First, unplug. It's important to be well informed, but we all know that being connected to news and social media outlets 24/7 isn't good for any of us. So try to limit the time that you're spending connected to those resources. And secondly, choose just a few really trusted sources of information. Hopefully you're looking at the CC Coronavirus Update webpage, and you could also use resources like the Center for Disease Control webpage. Also, try to learn to be in the moment by using practices like mindfulness. Offices like the Chaplain's Office and the Wellness Resource Center can introduce you to these kinds of practices, or you can use apps like Headspace or Simply Being. Second, focus on what you can actually control. One of the things that we know about what stresses us is that it's often the things that we feel out of control of. Spending time worrying about what will happen doesn't really get us anywhere. So engage with proven prevention practices like washing your hands with soap and water, using alcohol-based hand sanitizers if you don't have access to that, trying not to touch your face, and staying away from people who are ill. Prioritize your well-being by engaging with or prioritizing sleep, exercise, and eating well. Additionally, laughter often is the very best medicine, so try to be focused on and connected to the things in your life that are positive and that bring you joy. Additionally, think about the routines that really help you stay well and healthy, and be intentional about staying connected to those. That could be your daily exercise routine or journaling, or if it's that you had a weekly meal or a daily meal with your friends, try to set up a virtual date and have a meal with them in that way. Staying connected to our social supports is so important to us at times like this. It gives us an opportunity and an outlet to share our feelings and to relieve some of our stress. If the coronavirus has disrupted that and separated you from some of your social supports, again, be intentional and make sure that you're checking in with people on a regular basis. It's also really important for us to really acknowledge and accept things as they are. This is not something that any of us chose. Students were all planning to be here during 7th block, and so you've missed out on time with your friends, opportunities to participate in performances and athletic competitions. And so I really encourage you to take time to acknowledge those losses because they're real, and to notice the way that they're impacting you so that you can move on in healthy ways. And finally, seek help when you need it. Anybody who's feeling overwhelmed by anxiety or worry should feel free to reach out and get help from professional mental health sources. Certainly, you can engage those wherever you are, but also know that the Counseling Center is still available to you, whether you're on campus or not. You can arrange phone consultations or virtual sessions with them. And also, all the Student Life offices are available to you, so don't hesitate to reach out to us. I know here in the Wellness Resource Center, we're really planning some creative ways that we can stay connected to you and supportive of you while you're away from campus. So keep your eye out for those announcements. I hope that you and your loved ones are staying safe and healthy. We're looking forward to staying connected with you while you're away and welcoming you back to campus when you return.